Acer this time going to be on blue side, first ban, first pick, staying consistent with that first Shen ban, and AAA staying with the first Karthus ban also. Maya, Nunu being taken out immediately.
Yeah, Nunu, of course, an annoying champion, as I say from time to time.
As always.
Yeah, I have my champions that I don't like to play against or play, and Nunu's one of them. And yeah, really annoying. I mean, was able to do a lot of harass in the opponent's jungle. And when you have a melee jungler, which they all are, then you can just get kited pretty easy. So that's really the strength of Nunu. Plays safe, can go and be safe in the opponent's jungle. So get rid of him. He's annoying. And let's move on.
York also being banned out here. Alistar being left open so far. Alistar, Aurelia, and Aurelia have been left open here. Greg is going to be the last ban coming in for AAA. So that's Aurelia not usually a first pick, but Alistar is definitely first pick worthy here. For the first game, AAA did opt for the Sona first pick, but alas, she is banned. Jace could also be a big pickup here. If they really want to try for the Diana again, they can go for it here. But yeah, there you go. The Jace should be fit. There you go. First pick. First pick Jace.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing that a lot. Jace, again, flexible and really good. And he did pretty well in that last game. I mean, he did what he needed to do. And yeah, so I mean, why not pick him again? He's a really strong champion. It's that double utility of you get him because he's good, and you prevent your opponent from actually getting them because he's so damn good.
Right.
And that might be the bigger picture rather than actually taking Jace. And then Cho again. Cho, such a presence in that last game.
Yeah.
Just hung out the front lines, took a bunch of damage, did a bunch of damage, did some CC, silence, brings a lot to a team. And so, I mean, again, like last game, he's going to need to play it slow. He's going to, not put himself in a position where he can get caught out. He's going to need to build those stacks up, and then he'll be successful.
Yep. And then taking the Ezreal away from Acer more than likely here. Yes, you will. And we saw Cho. I mean, he did fall behind pretty quick in game number 1, but as the game decided to go on, he did keep the deficit steady at the very least.
Yeah,
he was able to stick around. He got those stacks. He's able to be that frontline tank.
Yeah,
and hopefully we'll see a difference in the play, or even a difference in some of the runes. Also, possibly even go for even more tank heading out into game, or even a little bit more jungle presence coming on in top lane, giving Jace a visit, giving him a hard time, or you may even see the lane swap. It could happen.
I hope so. I like lane swaps. They make for exciting games. Fast towers taken down, crazy ganks, 4-on-2s, all this stuff. I want to see that.
$2 beers.
$2 beers.
Everyone going crazy.
Buttered popcorn.
Cotton candy. We got onto food.
Candy apple.
We got onto food. Damn it.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back circle. Onto food.
Yeah. I love food. But anyway, Lee Sin, also a cool pick. Don't see a whole lot of Lee Sin anymore.
Yeah.
Really helps with getting to that back line and putting down some hurt on the AD carry. Of course, you can just dive right on the AD carry, kick him out. He's no longer in the team fight for 1 or 2 seconds. That 1 or 2 seconds can make the difference in the game.
Or against a team that has a lot of movement speed. They're hunting for that initiation. I love playing Lee Sin against Skarner because you'll see him pop the Shirelias, try and get to the middle of the team fight, and boot to the head.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, it's absolutely
right.
It's
just straight on backwards, and it works wonderfully.
Yeah.
And Janna also does the same thing too. Janna right out in front, Monsoon can keep off all of that hard initiation that Acer is looking to put down. There still is an AP that needs to be picked for AAA, but we'll see that in just a moment because we got the last 2 picks coming from Acer. They still need a support, and they still need an AP also.
Yeah, I mean, Diana did really well last game. I mean, if the other people on the team would have done equally as well, it would have been just an absolute stomp.
Yeah.
But so I think we could see another roaming champion out of mid. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, Diana did really well for Citizen Wayne. But again, the problem was she took all the gold. She was the most fed, and Diana has to get into the team fight to do damage and can get burned down really quick.
Going for it again.
I like it.
So Diana and possibly Lulu here. So Gonna roll the dice once more on
Yeah.
Diana mid and see this time if it doesn't work out a little bit better here. Lulu down bot is also quite aggressive, looking for that poke. So Acer, they're going for definitely a little bit more of a poke-oriented strategy here. Jace is on the back line with the hammer just in case. So, but that's the thing. That's the problem is that you already have great dispersal already on AAA with the Janna. So I'd like to see something maybe with a. Well, you can go for some like counter initiation. You could go for like a Morgana here. Let's see, what else can you go for? Trying to think. Rise?
Yeah,
pretty ganky.
I'll be honest, I was thinking Rise in my head. I know, I'll just take credit for it. Why not? Why not? But I mean, Rise is a good pick, can really kind of lock down Diana and do a lot of burst damage. And
yeah.
In a lot of ways, Rise is the antithesis of Diana because Diana is really strong in the early and mid game and gets a little bit, weaker in the late game as she needs to get in, and she's not the tankiest of champions. However, Rise
super tanky
AP carry, super sustained damage. So he's bursty, but it goes on forever. So Rise really is. I really like that pick. It makes her a really interesting late game team. Cho late game champion. Lee Sin does pretty good in the late game, but we're going to expect to see some really cool stuff out of Rise in the end. Just hopefully Citizen Wayne doesn't get too out of hand and can hold that lead. Yeah.
Yeah, and what the Rise pick too in the mid, it's a real telltale sign for AAA that they're looking to be a reactionary team. They're waiting for Acer to just come on in, try for initiation, and then they'll get ruptured, or they'll get prismed, or they'll get kicked in the head, and that'll be AAA's time to actually go on in. And you also notice here, Cho, he went for the exhaust last time. He's going for the teleport now. So now, if Jace TP's out of top lane, he can actually now pursue.
Yeah. That's scary. That's a scary thought.
That is a scary
thought. Imagine
a
giant Cho'Gath just teleporting right in front of you.
If we walk out of the casting booth and he's like right there, I'm going to poop my pants.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something. I don't know.
You're gonna run.
Something's gonna happen. But
and I love this page. I love this page on Rise. Mana and Magic Pen. That's it. That's it.
I like it.
That's all he needs because it does mean that initially he's going for significantly more damage.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a lot more sustained in lane. And let's take a look at the masteries too. 9, 9, 12.
Okay.
Go for the Magic Pen. You got some health. There's your tank.
I like it.
Not going for the meditation, actually going for the movement speed and go for some spell vamp too.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, actually,
interesting pages.
I really like it. I really like it out of Rise. It's going to help with trades. It's going to help to stay a little bit more competitive in lane against Diana.
Yeah.
Diana has better clear than Rise because Rise has to use that ultimate to clear the minions really quickly, and that can always be kind of a risk. Even though it tends to with the ability of Rise to lower his cooldowns by casting spells, it can come back pretty quick. However, Diana, the Q is a lot faster than Rise's ultimate, so it's going to be able to clear and have a little bit more lane control in the mid game. So it'll be exciting to see.
Yep, not a whole lot of change on Cho here. He's going to be a little bit more mobile.
Yeah.
And I love that. That rune page on Rise is like one of the best things I've seen. Like
it's pretty cool
in a while. It's like I think I kind of run like a very similar thing. Just you know what? Hey, he scales off of mana. You know what I need? More mana.
Bring all the mana.
Bring all the mana on over. Why not?
Right. Yeah.
So we'll take a look at Lidak here. Also 9-21-0. Right there. Nothing too huge over there on Elysian. But the movement speed wins. Is that? Did I see that right?
Yeah.
Movement speed. So a little bit. And Lee Sin already is super mobile. He's actually going a little bit less on the MR, so he just wants to be a tanky front liner.
Very interesting stuff.
So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a very interesting game. But to be fair, there's quite a bit of physical damage. The big AP damage coming in from Citizen Wayne. Amazing. He's there for the CC. He's there for the crowd control and adrenaline. And once you get the glitter lance, it's mainly there for the slow. It's not there for the damage mostly. So it's going to be mostly AD here for Acer.
Yeah, but some pretty sick poke from them, definitely.
It is pretty sick poke.
It's the good poke team, but Cho'Gath is kind of, he's difficult to go against as a poke team because he can literally just absorb all of your poke, and he's so tanky that he can do that and wait till all your cooldowns are blown, till your mana is low, and then guess what? We're engaging and now we're collapsing on you, and there's not a whole lot you can do as a poke team. So the Cho against the poke is definitely in and against all 30's advantage.
And we saw that game 1. We saw them with that Baron push on the mid tier too.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you used all of your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we'll just have to walk on in then.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, it was the Ezreal ultimate onto Cho.
Only?
Only on him. Took very little life.
Zyra ult whiffed. Nunu ult somehow used for no apparent reason. It was like, hey guys, look at me. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, he's just showing off.
He's just showing off. That's all he's doing.
Man, that Cho skin is pretty cool too, isn't it?
I love
the missiles.
Look at that. He's got the beats.
I have a good time.
I'm wondering why these actually aren't like Beats by Dre, like endorsed. Actually, like look at those things.
Those are pretty baller.
Those are pretty bar.
I will say. So interesting invade coming out up against all 30. I think maybe gonna go look and see if they can do something on blue. I mean, with the Cho also and the Lee Sin. I mean, they provide some really interesting level 1 strategies. Curious what they probably are gonna take on Janna. You don't see a lot of Janna anymore.
You don't. You really don't. It's more of like a very aggression-oriented a lot of supports. Adrenaline. Don't go. Do Janna, Geo, just stay there for a second. There you go. There's the flash and the person down onto Adrenaline, followed up by the rupture. That is a dead loop. Oh,
golf clap.
That is golf clap.
Golf clap.
That's a golf clap.
That was really nice.
That was very well done.
Very well done.
Just did very well timed on all of the CC to make sure that Adrenaline had zero chance to flash up over the wall, because the positioning was there. You just needed to just put your mouse over near the wall and just keep on jamming F, but not a single opportunity was there.
Yeah.
And even if you did, you're not getting away. Just someone just flash on up over and pursue and get that last out attack, and you have been gone. So very well done. Triple A, man.
Yeah, really cool. And that's, I mean, mentally, AAA has to be in a really good place right now. They just came off an amazing comeback in game 1. Yeah. They have that first blood and that awesome level 1 invade. They're going to take this blue buff.
And the first blood going on to Linak, too.
Yeah, yes.
And Lee Sin is very, very dependent on a lot of early kills.
Yeah.
A lot of early farm. And now, if he really wants to, after they take out this blue, he can just get a Dorn's Blade and then go back to business.
Yeah, absolutely. He is very item dependent, and he is a champion. He is one of the few junglers that can snowball super duper hard and can really.
Are they giving the blue? Are they giving the blue to Cho? I think they are, actually. So there we go. And that was, at the very least, that level advantage up top. And the mana to just spam ruptures and yell all day long, very much like I do, is going to be insane. Oh, Ezreal answered up, so there will be the lane swap.
Yeah, that's probably, yeah, exactly. So they give him the blue, they send him bot. He's going to have a much easier time down there with that blue buff.
Amazing.
He's going to be able to put a lot of pressure.
Is going to be going in from behind, though. Althor is in a bit of a dangerous spot. He did use the flash earlier to get the kill onto Lulu, but he will clear the distance. He will get to tower range just in time. And you also notice that Cho not using the teleport just yet to get down to bot. He already has that level. He doesn't need to. He's not in any rush at this point. And Geo, very good positioning, just making sure that if Jace gets a little bit too crazy, she's going to be there with a whirlwind to dissuade. And it looks like Lulu is actually going to just stay here top lane and support the Jace and leave Corki to his own devices down bot. And Corki, with all that poke, he can stay in a solo.
Yeah,
he's one of the few ADs that can.
Yeah, and with that W as Valkyrie, he is pretty safe. Oh, and they are going ham on Jace. Jace with Ignite goes down, and Lulu, you're not meant for this world, bro.
Oh, and Linak right there with a long distance kick. Very well done. Amazing is nearby, though, but Linak, can you do something about this? Slow onto the Skarner, flashing in response, getting his own slow down, but Geo is right there just in time with the shield, but Shabs does use the teleport to get back into lane. Linak, he's only level 2. He does not have the shield yet even.
Oh, man.
And to get out of that situation without the shield, very, very wily on the blind. And he's blind.
Yeah.
And he's blind. Those shades are not for decoration. That is a blind monk.
You can never tell. Yeah, that was some really impressive play. Right before that crazy awesome play happened, you were talking about Corki being in the solo lane. We actually have seen some Corki in the solo top.
Yeah.
I believe CLG has played it in the past. It's uncommon, but it does happen.
And I know some of the Korean teams have also done the same.
Yeah, so putting that, that double AD, getting that AD in the top lane too.
Yeah.
Poses for some interesting strategies. So solo lane against Cho, definitely a lot of poke ability out of Corki.
Now, as we saw earlier on last week, that, Jace, yes, he's very multifaceted. He can play a ranged AD role.
Yeah.
But the huge disadvantage is that he only has a 500 range. Ezreal, you look at his stat sheet, he's got 550 range on his auto attack. So, one, you're already at a range disadvantage. Two, because Ezreal has
that.
He's got that. He's got. They both of these champs have poke, but Ezreal, he's got superior poke, and Lulu will not be able to supplement Jace all too much. Especially when you have someone with great dispersal and the shields coming in from Janna is going to be minimal. So Antigen has just this lane setup is really already swung it so far into Antigen. If Shabs went bot and Corki came back up top, it would be a little bit of a better situation for Acer. But they're sticking with this. They're sticking with their plan. They must have something in laying in wait later on the line, or they're looking to get Yumi just passive farm ridiculously huge. Which, as you look at the creeps, though, I mean it's minimal.
Yeah. It's that huge difference there. Oh, and Corki getting caught out, tries to Valkyrie out, the knockup from Cho, and Lee Sin going in. Oh my gosh, so aggressive.
Oh my goodness.
And I mean, you're seeing how much time he's spending in lane. He's only level 3. He's like trying to make these plays happen. Like he's trying to make things happen.
But he's doing a good job.
No, he's doing a great job.
He's doing a great. He's 2-0.
I'm having a great time.
He's already 500 gold up on the starter. He's doing a great job. He's gonna have a very quick Wriggles too.
Yeah.
Actually, can he? Yeah, just a few. He's a little bit far off from that. He's about 400 gold, and he'll just be able to go back and get it straight away.
Yeah. Meanwhile, top lane is going to be having some real issues actually, because Ezreal, the thing about the Janna shield too is it allows him to go in and poke, and now the auto attack and the Q combo that you're trying to exchange on Jace is going to be that much more effective, because you're not going to take any damage and you're going to do additional damage from that shield. So the trading is so much in Against All Authority's favor in the top lane.
And you'll see that he's leveling up the Q first. And remember, that is a 1-to-1 ratio on the Q. So that's with that auto attack plus Mystic Shot plus Janna's shield right now, it's only level 2. So that's an extra 50 damage.
Yeah.
If you have the shield on, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. And as that levels up, it's going to get more ridiculous. It's like having a BF sword, basically.
Pretty much.
On your champion. So
for now.
For now, yeah.
Give it a few more levels, it's going to be like having 2.
Yeah, so it's really strong. Of course, it is temporary, but you're looking to just do those short burst trades as an AD carry. So it's really important to get those trades off, and Janna is actually going to help with that. So actually, in that regard, I really like how the Ezreal-Janna synergy lines up.
So you got Ezreal still looking for more poke, just skirting right around the minion line. Hey, I got an open shot. I'm going to take it. And there you go. It's not the damage from Jace with that shield from Janna. It's minimal. It's super minimal. You also got the slows coming in. You got the tornado coming up. And Adrenaline is in a very bad spot. Exhaust going down onto Ezreal, recognizing Acer's in a very bad spot. We'll be able to get back to tower, but that is also a summoner blown. Only flashes remain for the duo lane top for Acer. We're going to be looking for some damage down on Cho'Gatal. He's a significantly better time farming here. He's not as far behind now as he was versus Jace in game number 1. He is still somewhat far behind, but you do have the GP10 to help help supplement that. And he's also got an assist to his name also earlier from the level 1.
Oh yeah.
So he's in a pretty good spot. And gold wise, it's like he's not even behind.
Yeah. And it's really good because that matchup of Cho against Corki is going to allow Cho to just play slow and get the stacks that he needs. Oh, and a little bit of disconnect.
Should be seeing a pause in a second.
Okay, there you go. Cool.
There you go.
We welcome the pause.
Welcome you.
Yes.
Welcome.
Come back.
Thank you.
Yeah. But, I mean, as we're paused here, we can kind of look at the top lane is getting into position to...
Ezreal hasn't even backed yet.
Holy smokes.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of gold.
That's a lot of allowance.
Yeah, so he's going to be able to get... I wonder if he's going to go for the Greaves with the 2 Dorans, or if he's going to go right into maybe building his Trinity Force.
I'm thinking Trinity.
You think so?
I can see him backing and get finishing up. I can see like boots, finish up the boots and Sheen.
Yeah.
Or Sheen plus Vamp Scepter.
Yeah, I mean, Sheen first is becoming extremely popular. I mean, if we look at the playstyle of Ezreal here,
yeah, so much poke.
Of Antigen, tons of poke, and when you do that trade that I was talking about, where you do the Q then the auto attack, it really makes it so you have a really positive trade in your favor. So wouldn't be surprised to see the Sheen. However, if they're looking to get super aggressive, Phage, also a nice choice. You auto attack poke, and when you finally get that proc, you know you're safe to go in, close the distance, and just destroy them.
Yeah, but I think the thing is they're pushing onto Acer way hard there in the top lane.
Yeah.
So they're not going to get all, really everything for their money on the slow. At the very least, if you're going to get one shot, the Sheen will get, the full amount of damage you want.
Yeah.
And the health is not really a big issue for the top lane either, because he's not receiving a lot of harass. Ju's doing a very good job with, being very on point with the shields.
BF sword. Oh.
BF sword.
Looks like a quick Bloodthirster going to be coming out of
Could
Ezreal.
be. And Bloodthirster's also a very great early item to get if you can afford it.
Yeah.
And he's actually not too far off. He just needs 600 gold, and he actually just finished a BF straight out. If he gets a kill, he may very well have a 10-minute BF sword.
Yeah.
That could be huge.
10-minute Bloodthirster.
10-minute Bloodthirster.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
He already has a 9-minute BF sword.
Yeah, that's really quick.
What am I saying?
Yeah, 9-minute BF sword is good. I mean, 71 farm at 9 minutes in the game. Pretty good farm on the AD carry. So he's in good shape. Of course, the Bloodthirster has become a lot more popular as a first item over Infinity Edge, because you can really take an early advantage over your opponent and really force them out of the lane with a really big advantage.
Yeah.
But the problem is it's kind of a gamble, because if you end up not actually being as proactive as you can be, the Infinity Edge ends up doing considerably more damage than that Bloodthirster.
Yeah.
So it is a little bit of a gamble, but at this point right now, Ezreal and Jen are doing a really good job of just controlling the lane, controlling the map, and just putting a lot of pressure onto Acer.
And if you're so far ahead at this point in the game, I mean, it's a safe bet to make.
Yeah.
Because with the added damage, you know that you're going to continue the high damage output. You also have the Vamp Scepter. Your sustain in lane is going to be significantly improved.
Yeah.
And when you have a great, what do you got? A great support like Geo on your side. I mean, it's there's.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win. Everybody wins on this except for Acer.
Yeah, except for Acer's going to go down. It's going to be a little bit unfortunate, but I mean, they're going to get those early stacks on that Bloodthirster, so it's going to be some pretty good damage. Oh, and just a skirmish going on in the mid here with Ryze and Dyna just trading damage. Skarner's coming in. Is he going to be able to get that grab?
Amazing with the Q. The Rune Prism keeping him behind.
Didn't even use it.
But Althor actually just walks right back into the fight. I think he could have cleared the distance. I think he was actually safe at the tower, but very, very weak.
Yeah.
But still, though, does go down in mid. So good gank there from Amazing. Would I go for the long distance kick? Just for some harass down onto Scar. He's actually out damaging him.
Grabbed him.
Quite a bit. There is the hook down. But Wodak should be able to get out of there with a shield. Can you? No, he cannot.
Wow.
Oh, actually, no, he went exhaust. Leeson went exhaust. He has no flash available.
Oh, very interesting. Okay. I mean, that was a couple really good things. First off, Skarner knew that he didn't have to blow his ultimate to take out Ryze.
Yeah.
And additionally did a little bit of a bait maneuver there to get Lee Sin to try to commit, try to do a lot of damage to Skarner, get him to back. So, and then he faked a little bit, grabbed him, brought him into tower range, and there was Citizen Wayne to be there to do that additional damage from Diana. So really good play out of Amazing on Skarner.
Yeah, but unfortunately those two kills, Althor and Linek both dying in the mid, that has brought Acer back into this game. They're now only about 1K behind. It was a significantly better situation for AAA before that. And it really, Linek just got way too aggressive. He got too big for his own britches, convinced that he can get that Skarner kill. And that's a very rough attempt in any context, even if he had flash over the exhaust. But it's his attempt. He made it. But bot lane is very vulnerable. You got the silence going down on Lumion, making sure that he cannot Valkyrie either. There comes the slow, the Q in response to the Disruption coming in also. But Corki will flash either, get the safety, flash blown, successful gank.
Yeah, definitely. And Corki, gonna have to be really careful. And now with that increased cooldown on that Valkyrie, we'll see. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought Lee Sin was kind of sticking around to try it for another gank. But I mean, again, you have to be really careful in the back of your mind. You have it's not a 20-second cooldown anymore. It's 26 seconds. That's 6 additional seconds is just you being at risk in lane. And then it looks like a little bit of a dragon fight coming up. And against all three, he just backs out of there.
Yeah,
playing it safe.
There was a ward in the pit from Acer. They recognized that Leeston was there looking to 1v1 it. As Cho'Gath came on up to look to help, you saw Diana and Skarner collapse on in. Ward coverage on the ramp. Did spot it on also in the river. So it was a good inkling for Linek to back off with Tull. Nice chunk going down onto Adrenaline. He's not in the best of spots, will be forced to back. So Edge and Geo still have complete control over the top lane. You also got the catch-up happening in mid. Citizen Lane is looking to still contend there with Rise. Geo accidentally taking a few shots for himself. How is the gold doing in mid? Even, like bang on even, like 10 gold different, like it's a dime.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
a dime separates them. And keeping the tower up AAA, they just want to make sure that they can distract Acer as much as they can here in the top lane and get that free harass. And here comes Skarner also looking to defend, being pinged out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much he's going to be able to defend with that tower with just a sliver of life, and he's going to have to be really careful because Skarner and Lulu at this point aren't doing a whole lot of damage. Skarner's early game damage is rather strong, but it's going to be hard to contest against a Janna and Ezreal.
Oh, here coming on in. Shabs comes down bot lane, recognizing that Linek controller a little bit too aggressive here in the bot kick from Lee Sin. Keeping Diana back, but no flash over the wall for Toll, unfortunately. Linek, can you get out of there? You do have some wards you can shield on over to increase your escape. But there's also Althor in the mid, looking to free farm. And also, keep in mind, that was Jace top lane. Exhaust going down onto Antigen. Amazing, does get the kill onto the Ezreal, and Gio's got nowhere to go. You got the flash, you are out of mana, you cannot shield yourself there. 2 kills, top lane for Acer. On the rebound there, top lane, getting the support and the AD.
Very nice.
A lot of chaos following that teleport, man.
Yeah, a couple really key things happen. Oh, Rise might get caught out. Jace is just going to go tease him a little bit, just put a little pressure, then back out. But, I mean, the top lane, of course, Ezreal, Janna getting caught out, that's really good. That's going to help top lane kind of get a little bit back into this game. But the other side of the thing in the bot was that Cho'Gath got taken out, and I think he probably had 4 stacks of Feast. So that's actually really bad for Cho'Gath. He's considerably smaller and less intimidating. Like, I'm not even scared of him anymore. Like, why not?
He's only a medium size. He's not quite venti.
Yeah.
Not quite there.
Wow.
That's a Starbucks
like a
reference.
hipster reference.
That's a Starbucks.
You're a freaking hipster.
I don't even drink Starbucks, and I knew that. Jeez. I don't even drink coffee.
Okay, well, see, I don't even go. No, I don't even do that. I'm a hipster.
I don't do that. I was drinking coffee, before I was 12.
Yeah. I think we have a problem here, but anyway.
Continuing the farm bot. And kills all around for Acer, and now amazing, he's back in this, man. 4-0. Surpassed gold by Lee Sin amazingly, and that is the problem now. Linek has spent so much of his time looking to be a ganker, looking to have that lane presence, and now he's 1,000 gold behind.
Yeah, he's behind.
Great start, fantastic start, but a huge drop off, and Acer has completely picked up on it.
Yeah, I mean, he was really late with that Wriggles, opting to actually get the Heart of Gold before completing the Wriggles. So, I mean, that was kind of indicative of that he was going to be doing a lot more ganking, with those gold per 10s rather than actually going heavy farm. But now he's behind, so now, and he gets caught out, and the damage from Diana and the grab from Skarner, and he's able to actually just jump on out of there. So he was taking a lot of damage. Pretty close call for Linek at this point, but yeah, going back to farming as what he needs to do because he is behind.
The Dragon is actually still up. The last engage, he was not actually taken out. So you got 3 members of Acer meandering on down. We'll be able to take him out. The area is still warded. Not for long. That's pink warding bit. Never mind. But there was still a vision from AAA of the ward going down. So they do know Rise leading the charge. Cho also looking for the pinch on in. But the Dragon will actually go down. The blue team, you got Skarner right out in front taking care of that Dragon. But Citizen Wayne out there prismed out, flashes out of the wave coming in. Ezreal coming on in. Nice kill on the Citizen Wayne. Adrenaline caught out in front of Wild Growth down onto himself, but does die to the Rise. Linek looking for damage to get the Whirlwind coming on in, but he flashes on over the wall to safety. So that's 2 kills. They got the Dragon, so even trade. Dragon's worth about 2 kills. AAA got 2 kills. Flat.
Yeah, it's an even trade, but, of course, they are dead, and that's going to give some opportunity for the lanes to...
Never mind.
There you go.
You got the top tier 1 going down, so now that fight is in benefit for AAA.
Yeah, absolutely. So, again, Acer looking really strong. I mean, they're having some comebacks where they're roaming well, and they're getting a little, kills here and there. But when AAA comes together, those team fights, they're very successful.
Yes.
And that was the reason that they won the first game, is the really successful team fight. So if they continue to do well and continue to not get caught out and play well as a team, then this game shouldn't be a problem for them.
Althor, it's Rise. Well, here's the thing. We expected, you expect most Rises to get very tanky.
Yeah.
He opted for the tier first. He's got Merc Treads, and he also has his Catalyst. So I'm wondering, it's a bit too late for a Rod of Ages. Like 20-minute Rod of Ages it is ideal.
Yeah.
But I don't know, with all this magic defense, if you want to see a tanky Rise, like maybe you might see a early Banshee's Veil out of him.
That would be an interesting pick as well.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a lot of poke, so the Banshee's Veil would make a little bit of sense in that regard, but...
And after his rework, and he scales a little bit better off AP,
yeah.
so it does give him the option for the Rod of Ages now. But I think, you know, with all the damage coming from System, he also got the prevent the pull from Skarner too. The Banshees might actually work out pretty well.
Yeah, that would actually be a good call. Yeah, so I'll be interested to see where Rise goes with this. He's doing pretty well. He's farming well, and that's exactly what he needs to do. He's similar, I mean, to Cho. Like you need to play slow and get to the late game. And if you can get to the late game, you're going to be remarkably strong. So it's all about just getting there. And he's so susceptible to ganks because of his lack of an escape. Oh, and Diana going in on Lee Sin, the Janna ultimate to save him. And it looks like they're just going to disengage and try to get out.
Janna is slowed. That is the Lulu with the Glitterlands keeping Janna slowed, but does get out of there just in time. The Flash helping out immensely. They are looking for that aggressive invade onto the red, but Acer was not having any of it. But Triple Eight, they're going back in on this again. There is a ward up on the tri-ramp, so they know the invade's happening once again. There's also wards in both those appropriate bushes. Did he steal it?
Did he get it? Yeah!
He got it.
That's really good. That's really significant.
So sick.
Yeah, that was really good.
That was so sick.
Was that mostly blind? No, there was a ward.
There was a ward there,
but it was kind of up top. It was close.
Let's yep.
Okay.
Fortunately enough, we have this thing called instant replay. Yeah. So there is vision over on the red side. It's right there, like just on the edge. Boom.
Ouch.
Nice.
And hit him. What a slap in the face that is.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's going to be really good with Ezreal with the poke. And with his passive, it's actually going to, the red buff is really significant on Ezreal at this point in the game.
You got Skarner up in front looking to take out that tier 1 in the mid, but nothing doing there. We're now back to live. And Geo out in front with Althor looking to continue the farm. Cho is still sticking to the course down bot. Yeah. And Antigen recognizing he's got a bit of a free lane. No one's there. The lane, top lane for now is completely unchecked. Might as well stick up there. Might as well get a little bit more farm. Because in terms of the original, you know, what we thought the lanes were going to be, Ryumi does have a bit of a farm and level advantage. 6.5k, well, level advantage. He's got two, actually, wow. Ezreal actually has a few hundred gold up, but Ryumi's 2 levels ahead. That's a little weird, actually.
That's rough, yeah.
But then again, that is a solo lane. Almost got another steal. If that was a second steal from that ult, that would have been so amazing.
That would have been pretty amazing.
But that is what happens when you're in a solo lane. I mean, gold is... You know, it's less about the gold, but a little bit more about the experience game, because you're not splitting the experience with anybody. When you're an AD, if you're an AD with the support, it is split between you and them.
Yeah, and look how just Cho is just taking the damage. He really doesn't mind.
Oh,
he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
He doesn't know. Rise is there. He used the Valkyrie for the pursuit. Did not have it for the escape, but not like he was going to have time to use it anyway because the Rise damages is too much. Amazing out in front. Also, Prism, the Rupture going down, not going to be grabbing him. That was such a good, sexy pickup from AAA. And you also got Lee Sin in mid, getting the push on down there. Jace is still top. Does he have to teleport? He does have to teleport if need be. But AAA, they're looking to back off. Lee Sin in mid still pushing, but they may be collapsing on him very soon.
Yeah, he's going to need to be careful. But actually, I was just noticing QSS on Rise pretty early. So actually, I like that a lot. It's going to give him, you know, just a little bit more safety. And I mean, he's reaching a point where he's going to start doing a lot of damage. So having that QSS is going to be invaluable in those team fights. Yeah,
usually on a Rise, you'll see him build with the Banshees.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of slow. You also have, the Polymorph coming in from Lu, which could be a huge disruption to him just trying to get off his combo. So we'll see. We'll see how it works.
Yeah, it should be really interesting. And then Frozen Heart on Cho just to slow down that attack speed, and I think because Cho is getting it so quick, maybe that's why Rise decided not to build into it, you know, immediately.
Could be.
Could be. Just thinking. I mean, usually you see a pretty quick Frozen Heart on Rise because he benefits so much from it. But just getting poked down, taking that tower. Ezreal needs to be careful. Doesn't want to get caught out. Oh, and just pursuing and going and trying to do that damage as Janna comes around, but Acer is going to be able to escape. And it looks like a nice little dragon situation against All Authority.
Pink ward for Pink ward right out in front of the pit. Amazing assist in the air. Caught. You got the Prism going down onto the Skarner. Will be retreating. That Tri-Brush is warded, so AAA knows when to and when not to engage. But Skarner looking for an attempt again. Prism down onto Skarner. He will not be grabbing any on that. Ezreal grabbing the dragon while everyone else is distracted. Skarner is now a little bit split from the team. You got the Rupture going down, not grabbing anyone, and Citizen Wayne is also a little too far away. Corky's way far away. Lumi's not even a factor in this. And there's a 5-man push for AAA here down in the bot lane. The turn should be going down. You got Winnek looking to engage on the Citizen, but he's way too far. He gets pulled by Skarner right to his death, and now AAA, I think this is an opportunity blown. But they're still, Acer is still playing it safe. They just looking to recall. They don't want to have to deal with the tanky Cho. Tier 1 in bot will be going down.
Yeah, Cho is ridiculously huge right now, and a lot of it is because of that giant level advantage that he has because he was in that solo lane for so long, actually staying in the lane and not doing, not taking a whole lot of damage.
The turret like a boss. Janus shield to help him out a little bit. Got wild growth on Adrenaline, but it's not going to be doing a whole hell of a lot. Cho left behind, gets pulled back in from Citizen, still in tower range to teleport coming in from Shabs. That thing was still up. Antigen, you've got a long way to go if you can escape from this. Flash is up. You got the shift on over the wall first. Flash being forced out by Shabs, but Antigen, can you get out? Can you get out? Where's the cooldowns? Nice damage down from Shabs. Down Antigen, if you just cleared the gap. Nice flash out of the hammer. Meanwhile, Citizen taking care of Geo, but Winnek is there to try and save the day, but don't die. Looking to save your teammate here. That would be very bad. You got the shield. It will be back up. Shielding out over to Antigen. Very well done. Support going down, though. Not the most ideal situation, given free kills to Citizen, but rather him than the AD.
Yeah, absolutely. And that fight in the bot lane where Cho was tanking the tower, he was there for way too long. I mean, towards the end, the tower hits were taken out, a quarter of his life. And then right before he was going to be able to get out and perhaps live, that's when Citizen Wayne came in.
Pulls him right back in.
Scarface style, and put a stop to that. So Cho'Gath losing some of those stacks, so it's going to be a little bit of a uphill battle for Cho moving out from here.
4 stacks. You can make it. It's nothing too huge. I mean, the feast is on a pretty quick cooldown.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's not the biggest of worries, but it is still time wasted. It's still time delayed. But AAA, series of events have retaken the gold lead, 3K up now over Acer. And now we're starting to hit in the mid game. Baron is definitely a possibility. Got pink wards, plenty of wards here from Acer to make sure that if AAA goes for it, they know about it. But you still got Cho. You still have many of the champs still sticking to their lanes and grabbing the farm whenever they can. Lee Sin, Guardian Angel, the next big item. Is this Wriggles Heart of Gold GA. Why not?
I like it.
Yeah, he's out in front of a lot of these fights. He's being focused down quite often. Oh, Geo face checking the bush. There's a Scorpion in there, but there's no one with damage. You could not get the pull. Never. That's the worst thing too. I mean, Janet, you're barefoot walking into a bush with a Scorpion. Like, go to the hospital, please.
Yeah.
You need shoes, girl. You need shoes.
Yeah, I mean, and the Janet disengage luckily is strong enough where they couldn't really pursue, and Ezreal was there to give a little bit of a threat. But yeah, I mean, we've seen how face checking has been influencing these games, so they really need to be careful and put some wards down, man. Just play it safe. It's a bad situation.
Don't blow the lead.
Don't blow the lead. Indeed.
That's the worst feeling though. You're like, there's a bush, a Scorpion. Damn, I stepped on it. What do I do?
Happens to me all the time.
Happens to me all the time here in
beautiful San Francisco. Yeah, really. So
if that ever happens.
No, yeah. If that ever does, I'll remember this moment for the rest of my life.
Otherwise, as the poison slowly takes you away.
Yeah, it takes my life away. Is that what you're saying? I hope I don't die from a Scorpion. But anyway, against All Authority. Anyway, Rise is getting fat. So I mean, he got that Rod of Ages, man. Like we didn't think he was going to do.
But it's like usually when you get Rod of Ages, you usually get it before the 20-minute mark because it does take a full 10 minutes for a thing to fully stack. So now that he's got it, like they're looking to push this game like at least to like 35-40 minutes.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I think you're absolutely right. And gives time to Cho'Gath. I think he's probably back to full stacks at this point, but
yes, he is.
Oh yeah, look how big he is. He's a big scary guy.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, so he's in good shape, and Ryze is getting to that late game phase where he's tough to play against. Especially Diana is not as fed as maybe she'd like to be.
Definitely not as fed as last game.
Yeah, definitely not as fed as last game. But I mean, the bright side of that, there's a little bit more of a balance in the gold distribution on Team Acer, so that could help. A lot of that's on Skarner, and as we get into the late game, I mean, he's really a lot more utility than he is damage. Even though, like I said before, he does do some damage, but it would be nice to see those 4 kills on maybe on some of the carries. So it's going to be a little bit challenging going into the late game for them.
Yeah, at the very least on both teams, a big chunk of the gold is on the ADs where it should be to get that consistent and persistent damage going on through the middle use team fight. So that's very well done by both teams. But yeah, Citizen Wayne, he's definitely not as fit as he was last time. About 4,000 gold less as much as he was last time at this point. So he's definitely been humbled, but he does have a very similar item build he had last time. He's got the Abyssal, he's got the Zonias, and he's stacking those Zordon Rings earlier for that early mana regen and the health too. But yeah, Lee Sin with Guardian Angel is going to be very interesting to contend with the Citizen Wing. With the Ward out over the bush, you get the Tornado coming on in.
Very nice map. Citizen, I'm proud of you, man. Coming in and putting some wards down, not face-checking bushes. That's exactly what...
Rupture going down, though. Amazing was caught sleeping. Will he be chunked out huge here before he gets the pull he wants? He's pulling. Doesn't matter. Antigen will still be safe. Citizen out in the back line. The Hourglass Lee Sin just waiting for his opportunity, and Citizen Wayne will be chunked out huge. Meanwhile, Toll is 3v1ing the rest of the team. Kill in time. Rupture down onto Lulu. Still in pursuit. Shavs goes down. Lulu goes down. Lumi on Corki is the last one remaining. Double kill for the Ezreal. He may make it a triple here. They're still looking to go on into the base. Summoner heal finally being used, but Rupture keeping behind, and that is the ace for free.
Oh my gosh.
Very well done by Against All Authority. And now this tier 2 in mid's going to go down. The tier 3 is probably going to go down. They could even get the inhibitor off of this, and the Baron is up. That could be the next opportunity for them, and they can just swing this game completely from here on out.
Yeah, the Acer team fighting, the Against All Authority team fighting is significantly better than Team Acer. I mean, we saw Citizen Wayne off on his own 1v4 with a squishy AP. Yeah. That's not what you want to be doing at this point. So, I mean, there was 2 separate battles going on. It was 4v1. AAA against Diana, and then it was Cho'Gath in a 4v1
against Acer.
And Cho'Gath is a champion that you want to be in a 4v1. Right. He's a lot better than Diana is going to be.
But really, and we mentioned this too, a champs like that, AAA, like, this is a reactionary team.
Yeah.
And yet they got an amazing initiation on a sleeping amazing. He was just out there in the middle of the lane. It's like, oh man, what is this like big red ring around my butt? What's going on here? Goes up into the air and gets chunked out immediately.
Yeah, and Skarner tried to get in and try to do some suppression. Just didn't work out. They got burned down really quick. And Cho'Gath, again, I think is the VIP of both these games. The way that he is controlling the team fights and making things happen for Against All Authority, it really goes to show the strength of the champion.
Is he hungry for another 3v1? Because Dragon's being taken here. No, he's not going to be able to get it. Ezreal a little bit too late. But Acer recognizing, that's a pretty big guy. The rest of the team's probably not too far behind, and they are correct. But with that Baron buff on all 5 members of AAA, it's going to be a very hellish time to defend this. The mid inhibitor's already gone. The Jace Bolt didn't even reach for an attempt on steal into the blue, unfortunately. Yeah. And now they just pick a lane, push on in. Top seems pretty good. That's where it seems where everybody's heading.
Yeah, just that Baron buff is going to let them push and just hang out in lane. And they got the inhib, right, in mid. So when you take an inhib, one of the key things to do is to go into another lane and push that and let the minions do the work for you. Just stall it out and force the team to go back and try to make some things happen.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're going to do. They're definitely getting in position to take this top turret and let the minions do the work in mid.
Citizen Wayne, first one here to defend. The rest of Acer is looking to prevent this push. Lumi is not with the team quite yet. He did back earlier, but the pressure's too much. It's too quick. It's too quick to go down. You get the person down onto a basic chunk down once again. Wild growth just to keep him alive, but will he be able to survive? He's still got Ignite on him, but no, Althor with the damage, taking out the Skarner. Exhaust down onto Ezreal, but he will be able to get away. Wait for the next minion wave and continue that push because you got super minions on their way here in mid. They're actually pushing very hard, and they're actually reaching the Nexus turrets right now. Acer cannot defend both of these objectives at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's going to put them in a really bad place. Now, 2 inhibs are down. This is entering the point where you can't leave your base anymore. 1, you'll get caught out, but 2, the super minions will backdoor you. They'll just come in and take out the base if you try to leave. So it's going to allow Against All Authority to go out and take a bunch of objectives and just really leverage the lead that they have right now. And look, they're shifting over to that bot lane. They're going to take out that tower, and they're not going to take any damage on Cho'Gath because he's just so huge.
Minions are here. You're going to start tanking the tower. And tier 2 in bot is going to be doing down very quick. But he's like, hey, you got the minions here. Cho, tank
How
it
big
anyway.
that shield is on Cho.
That's massive.
Yeah.
Tier 2 in bot now following. You got the super minions pushing down in mid and in top. And again, Acer cannot defend this tier 3 for very long, especially against a team with a Baron buff. You got Shabs looking for poke down the backline, looking to soften up Triple as much as they can, but does get caught in the Rune Prism. Brought down the half before the fight even starts. Amazing down on the back, looking to chunk out someone, anyone, anything. Ezreal with the ult, looking to stack out more damage, and meanwhile the tower is just going down very slowly. Antigen does manage to live. Everyone from Acer is back at their fountain. They know they can't do anything about this. Next, you got the inhibitor down bot lane, is open Linux out in front of Citizen lane, being very easily chunked out. The hammer from Chase, looking to keep people away. Geo may actually go down. Amazing. Skarner is out. Jace with the flash just wants to get back to fountain, but will he even get it? No. Ezreal on a rampage. Citizen caught in CC at his own fountain. The towers are all going down. The next is going to be vulnerable. Citizen Wayne, can he get the kill on a Cho'Gath? Can't even get the kill on a Chow. Can't even get it.
Wow.
And that's going to be it. That is the ace against All Authority. Very impressive with the 2-0. Going to be taking the win over Acer.eu. GG.
GG. Wow.
Triple A's back, man.
They looking really strong.
Triple A.
Yeah, and Cho'Gath is an amazing champion.
Wow.
And I mean, they played, Against All Authority played extremely well, and they knew how to play their champions really well. The Rise pick against Diana was really, really good.
Yeah.
Of course, Diana is that melee champion, so to farm well, you have to get in there and get those last hits, and Rise can kind of just unload in that regard. So.
And Rise is actually a champ that, in terms of the meta, has fallen off completely.
Yeah.
He's just been, put on the back line and substituted in for champs that, they can passively farm. They can do a lot of damage from a distance.
They can control the lane.
And they control the lane better.
Yeah.
But he's still good, man.
Yeah, he's still good. He just needs to get to that late game. And that's really the big thing. And in North America and Asia especially, it's really all about that early game aggression. And Europe, it's still kind of like a late game meta. So, I mean, and Rise is a late